Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Thursday, September. There we go again, October 5th, 2022, through Thursday. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. So we're starting off with the Three of Spears, and I hope and pray that this is not money from a bereavement, but they're saying your ship is about to come in a significant way. Universe supports you in this. Judgment. So there is a change coming forward with this. This is where I feel like they were saying December 21st that this passing will come on. It looks like someone is losing their dad. It looks like you will feel this urgency to go home and be that monarch in the family. So you're being pulled in three different directions. Your partner wants you to do one thing. Your heart and your morality is telling you to do another, and your job is saying something else. So they're saying the Five of Cups, definitely this grief and loss. I can feel like your nerves are shot from this bereavement. So you were close with this father figure, your father. Um, you will get through this with the Magician. They're saying communication. So I feel like your support system will have your back. Seriously, Sonny? And it's like with the Four of Swords, it's like taking that time to rest, taking that time to sit there and get everything back together, putting yourself back together. I feel like they're saying 6 to 7 months. They're saying that this is a significant shock. That I don't know if this is a hunting accident. They're saying accident, so they're showing someone in a field. He has his vest on. I don't know if he gets shot by mistake. I'm not sure. Um, but you have this sense of duty to go back home, which I totally understand. I feel like you're the oldest sibling or something, and you move from home. Um, but they're saying like with work, it's do not quit, take a step back, go on stress leave, medical leave, whatever it is here. I feel like they're saying work more remotely because work could be a blessing. I feel like you will pop in here and there, but I don't feel like it'll be on the full capacity like you do. So someone else may step up in your role, which is fine, and you do more like a shadow than anything um, in your absence. I don't know what's going to happen when you come back. Um, they're saying head your own team. So it looks like you may start something else because it ain't fair that this person does it for 6 to 7 months and then, you know, I feel like they'll be understanding though. Like they know this is a temper, and it's like they gain experience to take that all on. It's one thing to take a fraction on to take on everything. They're saying you were meant for that role. So in this, I feel like you're getting a lot of pushback from all sides, but I feel like, honestly speaking, from someone that's gone through this, do not make any major decisions for a year if you're able to. I know, like with ourselves, we had to make some major decisions, but it's just like in that moment, it's like we thought what was best. You can't punish yourself for it. I definitely think like I wish I would have done this differently, that differently, but it's just like we're not there no more. We're somewhere else in life, so all we can do is keep moving forward. You know, I feel like with the Seven of Cups, this is where our Seven of Coins, our Seven of Pentacles. This is where they're telling you to take a step back. And then I feel like with the Hermit, it's going to change your perspective on life. I feel like you'll be on like the higher self. And like right now, it's Sun in Libra, Moon in Aquarius. So there's 5 planets in air, so a lot of air, so higher levels of thinking. If you're thinking about getting a reading done or pulling cards for yourself or getting yourself a tarot deck, this is a great time to do so. I feel like a lot of us will be a lot more in touch with this. We're all born with this ability. It's just like how much do we put into it? How much do we put into this part of ourselves? Where it's like you really live on that higher plane where it's like, yes, you can enjoy the things of life. You can be spiritual and everything. It's like it's just enjoy all aspects of life. Being more in touch and being more than just yourself and your environment, the worldly things and how it affects others. Start off with the Three of Spears: travel, action, manifestation, success, quirkiness. You're very close to your destination, and your wish is manifesting now. This three reveals success and self-expression. So dreams begin to take form. A new job, romance, project, trip materializes, and this card also predicts a wedding. An additional interpretation is celebrating your uniqueness through creative projects and sport. Let your quirky talent shine. I was laughing at this earlier because I was just like, we literally had like hobby day today. I was just like, how vulnerable can we be? So, judgment, the past, second chance, memories, guilt, awakeness, the soul. So reduces to two the number associated with options and choices. So making a choice, a decision here. Look at the way he holds his hands out like that. It definitely looks like Libra scales. Judgment often appears in a reading when you are on the brink of change, and when it comes with it comes memories, dreams of the past, and people reappearing in your life. You may decide to give a situation, relationship a second chance, or otherwise review your behaviors and see at a higher level the life lessons offered. The card also suggests spiritual awakening, mediumship, connection, angels, and guides. This is a powerful opportunity to make the sense of the past. Additional meaning, fame, reputation. So I feel like, on a higher level, you're able to sit there and take yourself out of the situation and thinking from your side of things. Just thinking from your perspectives, putting yourself in the other person's shoes. So the Five of Cups, loss, sadness, grief. This card of five is as sad is the saddest card. It often comes up for relationship breakup or other personal loss, including loss of work, money, or reputation. The card also shows old sorrows resurfacing. Another interpretation is dealing with bereavement. Although three of cups, happiness overturn, two remain upright. Take what you can from this experience. Also, there is hope for the future. I definitely feel so. Like, you are a strong, intelligent person. I feel like you will thrive again. I just feel like this is just a minor setback. Obviously, if you didn't feel that sense of duty and loyalty towards your family, you never would have went back home. You put everything on pause and tried to do the right thing. So I feel like what made you leave home is what's going to still make you leave home again in 6 to 7 months. This is so bad. They're saying like the most boringest place on earth. So I don't know if you lived out like the prairies or something like that. But they're like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. They're like the most boringest place on earth. So maybe that's how you felt, but you may see it differently. Um, Now that you go out there. So success with a magician, success, messages, manifestation, inspiration, diplomacy. And additional ideas, energies about. It's time for inventive, expansive thinking, new decisions. So this card often comes up to show new work, relationships, business, startups, and other successful creative ventures. At the spiritual level, you connect with your higher self or true purpose. If you're waiting for news, this card tells you that you will soon have the information you need. Significant journey, moving home. So they really are lining up with each other with the cards saying like going back home. I feel like it'll be a temporary situation though. They were talking about something with you. I feel like you may bring people back with you, maybe because it's a lot. Maybe you have a connection with your siblings and it's like maybe they're younger and they really connect with you, so they end up coming with you. Who knows? You end up becoming like a step parent, or a surrogate parent. So, Four Swords, refuge, rest, recovery, stress, withdrawal. This is where I feel like taking that leave of absence from work. It's time for rest and recuperation after a period of stress. This may be taking time away from work to recover from physical illness or pressures, or putting a relationship or project on hold until it's time to make a decision. See this as an opportunity to find personal space and perspective. This card can also show time to reconnect with your spirituality. Definitely, I do encourage people, if it does come up in their reading, like, they tell them to reconnect with the, spirituality, with the church, if whatever they grew up with. For myself, it's just like, I even find myself pulling away ever since the residential schools actually had physical proof of what all of the monstrosities that have been happening there. It was no longer stories and whispers. Um, you know what I mean? And it's just like, how can you back something like that? How can you believe it? So how can you know what I mean? It's like we can't punish people from the past transgressions. But, the fact that they, a lot of the time still have the same points of view is that they discriminate against certain peoples because it doesn't line up with, what they claim the church says. And it's like God would not have created them. If you believe in creation, God would not have created these people that you discriminate against. If as long as they're not hurting anybody, it's like, why are you discriminating? Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you have the right to discriminate against it. You don't have the right to use something like faith, spirituality, and that connection to the divine, and scare people into believing that they're going to go to hell because their views don't line up with yours. And it's like, you can watch Tudors, and they even sat there and said that they changed the Lord's Prayer to say the King in there. So it's just like, if people are that easily able to influence prayers, and this is coming from the interpretation of people that believe this is what it's supposed to say, they could put anything in there. So I don't, if you believe as God is a creative, loving, forgiving God, then you believe in the fact that he made all of us. He made all of us. It doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with whatever that is. That is not for your place to judge. Does it not say don't judge unless need be judged? And it's like, if we sit there and, go in the skeletons of your closet, I'm sure you would, be so judgmental. But it's just like, I can't get behind, it's become more political. I watch Mass for Shut-ins now, and it's so political. It's like, can we stop talking like a politician and actually talk from a place of faith, spirituality, and hope? That's what this is supposed to do. Not be a politician. So 7 of Coins, potential, effort, expansion, results. The 7 shows potential success. If you expected better results by now, don't spend too much time analyzing in the right business or have made the right choice. The 7 shows you will succeed eventually. The key is to keep going and putting in constant effort. Even when work is tedious, don't turn back. I feel like with this, it's like you're going to see everybody's true colors and who they are and what they stand for and how they have your back as you move forward, because it's like everybody will be there to support you. It's after. It's the days after, the weeks after, the months after, the years after. Who's actually there for you? Who actually sits there and goes out of their way to check in on you? Not because they want to see if you're suffering or not, but actually genuinely cares. What can I do for you? The best thing, if you live by someone that's grieving, make them a hot cooked meal. If someone is so shattered and their nerves are shot, it's like the best thing you can do is cook them a home cooked meal and just give it to them. Everyone, I never understood, why do people bring casseroles? And now I understand after going through it through myself. It's like, cakes and casseroles, because you can't even think straight to cook. It takes 2 seconds to sit there and scoop a little bit of food into a bowl if you're not able to eat too much, and sit there, warm it up in the microwave, and have something that actually does rejuvenate you. And believe it or not, it does. So it's just like with myself, I was like, I couldn't stomach anything, so I ate oatmeal, a pouch in the morning and a pouch at night, just because it's like, I have to keep going for my kids. I can't freaking faint. I can't, this is not a time for me to be selfish or anything like that. So I was just like, even though I don't feel like eating, it's like, I have to sit there and stomach this so that way I keep going forward. So it's just like, I understand that. So if you're able to do that, definitely do that. Be there for them, and get them to go for walks. That's the best thing you can do. Get them outside. When you become too isolated in the indoors, that's where all that depression, anxiety comes in. You got to get outside. Like, what were they telling us last week? Get out in the sun. Go find the sun. Go find the moon. It will definitely change you. So the Hermit, changing our perspective. And definitely grief does change your life. Solitude, spirituality, truth, reflection, wisdom, self-healing, journey. Stand for oneness, realization. Signifies completion and learning. You may incubate new ideas, approaches, or sometimes spend time reading, researching, journaling, and simply contemplating where you are in life. This quiet card also invites you to take your time making decisions, generally going slow. In relationships, the Hermit card can show time apart or solitude after a breakup, giving or receiving mentoring. I feel like, again, you will see people's selfishness through this. It's really sad, because it's just like, in your darkest time, it's like, you need support. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have time for games, but vultures descend and people are just selfish and think about themselves. So you got to do what makes the most sense to yourself. Be kind with yourself. Don't make any major decisions. Do what you think you can handle. If it means being a part-time role at work, I'm sure they'll appreciate that. That's all you can do, But I feel like someone will be gladly step up to that role because they could relate to the situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, October 5th, 2022. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.